part of the tutorial for my Suitcase mini album, and in this lesson we'll make quite a simple page with a piece of page pocket that can hold 2 by 2 inches pictures. I'm using my stencil to mark the size of the page, and I will be using just a regular kind of page base, so double the size of the one page folded in the middle. So I'm marking the size. I'm using the bone folder to fold everything, and I need to cut the page to the proper size. I'm cutting off the excess paper, and I'm trimming off just the one piece, and I can use the second part of the leftover for another page of this size. I'm using the circle puncher to add like a knot for easier pulling out the things from the pocket. And I'm using the stencil I created to round the edges of the page, because this album, as you know, has rounded pages. So I found the simplest way to round them just by using the stencil. Of course, they are not perfect. They would look much better if I would have like a corner rounder or something like this, but it is just for my personal purposes album, so I don't mind. I will be using this 6 by 8 page pocket for 2 by 2 inches pictures. This page can hold 12 pictures on one side and 12 pictures on the other side, but I don't need a page that is that big. I just need 2 rows of the pictures, so 6 on one side. And I trimmed my page pocket for in 2 halves, and I will be using one of them in my album. I will use the part that goes into the 3-ring part as a hinge for the page. So I'm just gluing it on the back of the page base before I will glue the page base into the album. I am using double-sided tape because it sticks better to the plastic than the wet glue, and I will make sure that it will stay there forever. And I'm applying a row of the tape on the other side, so it will hold the page close on this side, and I'm applying liquid glue on the side where the page will be glued into the album. And now it's just time to put everything together, the page, add it to the album base. um, I just have to make sure that the page is right in the middle of the album, and I'm gluing everything down from one side and from the other side, but I had a little oopsie here, so I needed to repeat this process because the glue was still wet when I rotated the page, and it kind of teared out. So this is the oopsie, and I need to re-glue everything before the glue dries out. I didn't apply an extra glue, I just need to press it firmly once again and wait a little bit until the glue holds. And the flap is just loose here. It will be filled with pictures, and it will kind of gain weight to stay more flat on the surface. And here are the pictures I printed. I have 10 of them, so I will have 5 on one side and 5 on the other side, with one empty square for like embellishments. You can fill it with sequins, with glitter, and seal it with a stitching machine or with fuse tool. It will be just for decorative purposes. And I think I will add some small fishes here, and I will add sequins. I did this album a while ago, and I'm not 100% sure what I ended up doing. I needed to trim some of the squares because those page protectors, they do not have like a very even squares. Some of them are a little bit bigger, some smaller, so I needed to trim my squares to better fit the size of the pockets. But it's just like, you know, cosmetics to adjust the size of the picture. And I'm filling it on both sides, and that's it. The page like in this shape is ready. Of course, we need to embellish everything. I will need to add picture and a title and journaling and everything, but I just wanted to show you the overall of how you can use page protectors to make like extra flap on the page, and see you on another part. I think this one will be the last one where I will create another page. Here are some other videos of my Suitcase travel album. Thank you so much for joining me here, and see you soon on some other video. Bye.